Hi all, welcome to another Chess 24 Banter Blitz. So it's around 11:30. Just going to be checking audio and visual before we start. Waiting for my preview screen. Basically, I would like to point out something. There's a discount code you can use, Kingscrusher. So if you want 15% off, use the voucher code Kingscrusher and become a premium member of Chess 24. So think about that. And you can challenge me and other streamers, including world champion Magnus Carlsen. Quite often recently has been streaming as well. Okay. So let's go to the challenges. Hope you can see the screen. Going to the challenge screen. And Kaz is the first challenge today. Okay, let's play knight c6. My sound, I've just realised. Pardon me, my sound has been off. That's not a great start. Yeah. I've just exposed parts of my bedroom, haven't I? Oh, just looking at. Oh man, sort out the sound next time. Anyway, knight takes for knight e5. e3 or bishop b4. Bishop b4 looks tempting for e3 right now. I hope this is an idea. And this is anything stronger. Yeah, form pawn design. So e takes. I'm disrupting my opponent's king, surely. Here with this, I can castle with check. No, I can't castle. It's not a legal move. It would have been a good legal move to play if it was legal, of course. In the circumstances, maybe I double the pawns and play d6 for bishop e6 and then try and castle. Bishop e6 and try and castle with check. That's not going to be check. Okay, try and castle. And knight e5 will hit c4. Aha. Okay, better protect this. If I castle with check here. Check. Now, any fun to be had? Bishop d7. I can hit the queen. Queen d5 check. King h8. I might be threatening something here soon. Something. c6. There's queen e4. I can threaten knight takes c4. So that's the big threat, I think, now. Knight takes c4 after protecting my queen. Knight takes c4. What else to consider here at the moment? If c5, maybe I just take that. d5 might be worth thinking about as well, I guess. Or just taking. the knight would have to go back. And then, well, if the knight went back there, there's bishop f5. Okay, so knight takes c4 here looks pleasant enough. There's no little tactic, is there, with bishop d5 yet? Because the king's not on g8. Otherwise, you can imagine if this situation bishop d5 check, that rook would have been a problem. But at the moment, I don't believe there's a tactic for black. Although, you know, bishop takes c6. It's interesting. Just wondering about that because there was a back row issue as well. Okay. Bishop going back. Protect b7. And there's still a back row issue. Bishop takes c6. Would he spot it? Okay, I better do something about this. I don't like this unprotected piece all the time. Because I'm thinking if rook takes, I can't play that because of rook f8. This unprotected piece has to be protected somehow. King g8. Okay, can I do this? Now knight e5 would seem to get another pawn if I took and then rook takes e4. Would that be controversial to nick another pawn? Knight takes, rook takes. Can I do that? There's rook f7. Don't think rook f7 is that dangerous. I'll sort out the back row. I think I should just take and check. And bring the king up a bit. Maybe d5, get the pawns ready, get the king ready for this endgame. Okay, simplify. Protect the 7th rank. Get ready for this pawn. Get my king ready. Get the king to d6. Okay, push the pawn then. Get the king over. The king is a fighting piece in the endgame. Is it Steinitz? Says that? Okay, king over here. And now, let's take away b5 for a moment. Maybe I want to play b5 soon. Play b5 or d3. b5. Well, d3 looks like a problem with that pawn. Looks like a problem. Okay, thanks, Kaz. Yeah, that was a tricky one. I think there might have been a tactic there. Okay, Kingscrusher. Let's try English opening. There might have been some liability there. Yeah. Okay. English opening. Trying to blunt this bishop. So this setup keeps the bishop open on that diagonal. That's interesting to stop bishop g5 later. I think I'll do the same thing with h3 to stop bishop g4 kind of thing. I think I want to play for b4. Oh, hang on. There's bishop f5. Why did I want to invite bishop f5 out of interest? e4, ed. Maybe this is interesting to win the light square bishop on ed. Could be interesting. Alright, bit of space. Try and get rid of this knight. So e4 is held at the moment. Possibly the c5 break is interesting to consider. Maybe it's better with a rook behind it first, or b4 c5, or rook c1 b4 c5. All right, okay. Let's get the rook here because I think this c file is interesting. Okay, bishop's kind of blunted there on g6. Put the king away on, from the diagonal double rooks. I wonder if I do this. Right. I hope this is not too much. Counterplay gives up the c6 square to do this. Hitting e4 right now. Got 3 pieces protecting. Rook c8, knight a2. Rook takes. I don't want it to be check. I think I'll put the king here so that rook's knight a2 might be interesting on rook c8. So knight a2 would hit c8. Okay, so f4, f5. Just try and blunt this bishop. I wonder if this is a bit daring actually, because taken and rook e8. Maybe e5. It's complicated. Knight h5. Knight e2. Oh, my rook. Okay. Oh well. Rook. Oh, that wasn't that clever, was it? The pawns look impressive for moments. Maybe e6, there's enough compensation, I hope. I'll play f5. Or knight f5 to hold the pawn for a moment. Knight d5 coming up. I like the bishop. Is there enough compensation? Knight d5 coming up. Is that any good? Knight d5. There's queen b3. Queen b3. Say rook c3, queen b2. Do I get anything from that? The g file might be good to use. Bishop f3 and rook g2 as an alternate plan. That might be scarier for the opponent. Better for me. Bishop f3, rook g2 as an alternate plan. Trying to use this g file. Maybe bishop d5 for e7 as well. Bishop d5 might be okay. Control that b3 square a bit. Now rook g2. Rook g4 would kick the queen somewhere. h5. Well, there's also f6. If queen h5, f6 looks crushing all of a sudden. Rook g6, queen takes f5. So if I play queen f3 here, I'm wondering if there's knight takes e6. It's a self-pin though. Knight takes e6. Like my bishop's protecting the queen. I think that's possible. So maybe I'm threatening. Oh, there's queen e5 check. Alright, if I put the king here for a moment. Am I threatening f6 or not? Knight takes f7. Rook e1, king h2. Well, f6 looks quite tempting. Rook e1, rook g1. Queen e1, rook g1. Let's see. Queen e1, rook g1. Alright, in that case, f7 and for e7 looks good. Or e7 first, then f7 looks... Or rook... e7? There's f takes... I just realised f takes gets a pawn. Is that important? There's rook takes g7. Is looking dangerous. Or f takes threatens g8. That looks dangerous as well. I wonder which is better. I'll try this. Or should I? I don't know. I'll try it. G8. G8 threat. I'll go with the G8 threat. On rook g8 taking and then queen f8. On queen e1, I think rook g1. Queen e7, g8. Let's think about this a bit more. G8's a big threat. Alright. I can queen f6 here. That takes the queen away from the diagonal. Rook g7, queen g7. Yeah, it's a fun one. I had maybe a bit of compensation for the exchange. I thought I had anyway. Maybe I'm optimistic there. Okay. Kramnik students. Okay. Kramnik student. I've got a match in Form Porn Cup. By the way, cheers. Form Porn Cup. Yeah, it's all available. Teespring store, yeah, check it out. Okay. So we have this English opening. D3, bishop e3. D3, bishop e3. As other plans here. But I'll go with this on this occasion. I don't know why. Maybe there's another plan, a3, b4. All right, that's a bit keen, isn't it? Is he actually committing to f4? That's a bit keen. All right, so I'll go a3. And I've got the b5 square now. I'm looking at rook takes c6 as an exchange sack. Knight takes, pawn takes, knight c6. It's not quite amazing. Possibly better is bishop c5. f4 bishop c5 is possible now. Common square. Bishop c5. a4 might be handy, I guess, for bishop b3. I'll play bishop c5. Might have e4 at some point. Let's imagine the bishop's there. There's queen b3 check. I'm not sure it does anything after that, though. Just maybe an investigation into e4. Takes, bishop takes, queen b3 check, king h8. A bit more of an investigation. Rook d1. Is there any liabilities there? Queen e8, knight takes c7. Queen c8. Alright. No, I can't see it at the moment. This pawn sack idea, I can't see it. Maybe, actually, hold on. After taking something like knight d2, and if taking bishop d5, there's knight takes d5. It doesn't have to play queen takes because there's knight takes c7. e4, f takes knight d2. It's not working. Okay, he's giving the kind of e4 square a bit. I wonder if d4 here. e4 could be dangerous. Knight d2, knight e1. Right, I've got to be careful. e4 may be desirable here. F takes, f8 takes. Yeah, that looks as though it might have some potential. Although, what if he plays bishop e6? That might be more scary than taking. e4 here might be slightly different to before. Perhaps knight d4 is interesting. Okay, this bishop b3 is annoying. d4, e4. Okay, e4, bishop b3. If I put my king away for a moment. So queen d2. Then knight c4. Maybe queen e2 or knight c4. Oh, hang on. Knight c4 is a pain. Hold on. Queen e2, bishop takes c5. Unless I've got bishop takes e7 there. Knight takes, bishop takes d8. Maybe queen e2 is just more sensible. Right. I'll drop this rook back. I don't know if that's a tempo gain at knight d5, so what if I drop the rook back here? I've got a blockade square. It's an isolated pawn. There's a nice blockade square in principle. So knight d2 to e4, nice blockade square. Or bishop e4, queen h5, hitting h7. Nice use of the e4 square. Knight d2, bishop e4. The rook's good there, protecting that one. Knight d2, bishop e4 looks interesting. Maybe more interesting than knight e4. Alright, I've got the d4 square if I want it. I'll use it because it's held by the other knight as well. So I'm hitting that bishop. If I take this bishop c4, if I take with the bishop instead, and there's bishop d5, but it's a sort of lesser evil. There's bishop c4, unless there's anything really clever. It's a bit of a pain. So I guess I have to hold c4 for a moment. Knight f5 looks plausible. But e4. Okay, so e4 or rook f1. e4, okay, I'll drop b2. Do I need to drop b2? What about rook c2? There's knight d5. Threatening queen takes a knight e3 check. It's rook f2, rook f5, rook f5. Okay, I can hold on to things. I'll try this. Well, queen f5, rook takes f5. Rook f8, g4, I expect, or e4, maybe e4. There's a possibility of checking queen c4 if he's not careful. Right, rook e1 here. Knight e4. There's knight h6. Well, there's, okay, hang on, is there anything else? Knight d6 for queen c4. If rook d8, queen c4 check. That's interesting, knight d6 for a moment. Queen c4 check if rook d8. It holds the pawn, maybe rook f5 for e5. It's interesting, rook d8, queen c4. I might be threatening queen c4 and knight f7. Alright, can I just get the queens off here? No, that loses the knight. Knight c4 from it. No, that loses the pawn. Rook f5, that loses the pawn. Am I in a precarious position? If I take this guy? It's getting to be a bit blitzy, isn't it? Oh, yep, I think it's blitzy. Not good. Yeah, not good, but bullet finish. Thanks. Oh, I think I lost control there, taking on b7. Okay. Shunning forward. Alright. Okay. Maybe a surprise weapon or something. Or not. That's like c6. Don't get any f5 square. That's the key consideration. That's what I make. f5 square. Let's just support this for a moment. Maybe c5 is okay. Coming up. He goes there. Am I playing for c5 and d4 or something? Is he playing b4 or something to hold the knight? a5, c3, ab, ab. Alright, I'll go for this d4 because I like the diagonal. I think bishop c6 and queen d5 on knight c5 hits g2, so I don't think it matters about knight c5. a5 to take away knight a5. Oh, there is bishop e7. That could be a pain. Ah, bishop e... Oh, okay, think about it. c4 or something. Okay, if I take an a4... my pawn's going to be shattered then. Queen e6, knight c5. Does it matter? Queen f5. I haven't got too many options, I would say. Not too many. It's getting a pawn at me. Knight takes and b takes. There's a hopefully dark square. I mean, opposite colour bishop blockade potential. Okay, so let's say if I try and be active here, bishop. I don't know, bishop b5 at some point. Oh, there's knight d4 coming up. Can I do something with the bishop? Knight d4 is a pain. Queen g4, a4. Knight d4 is a pain. If I play for the opposite colour bishop scenario, I give up a5 to get rook b2 in. With the possibility of rook a8 or rook a8 immediately for rook a2, trying to get a pawn back at the same time as a rook on the 7th. Bishop f8 or bishop h6. Bishop f8. Am I threatening bishop c2 out of interest, technically? Maybe I was. Okay, back here holds the g2 pressure. Bishop f8 might be interesting. And okay, let's put the king away here. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Make sure about. See where this rook goes. Rook b1, rook bishop c2. Okay, clearly there's the c5 square. That might give an option of, well, I'm hitting the knight actually. I'm sort of virtually pinning the bishop. If I have bishop c6, I'm virtually pinning the bishop. Let's say knight b4. If I took and then bishop c6, rook c1, bishop e4, rook c7. There's always rook a1 check there if he ever took on c7. So let's see. I could probably do that opposite colour bishops. So bishop e4 with the idea rook a1. C6 coming up. Opposite colour bishops, hand on the clock. Doesn't seem that bad. Opposite colour bishops, hand on the clock. Okay, bring the king up. Well, not. It's not worth it. Let me try and get this pawn. Okay, is this f5 going to be dangerous? The check. I don't think that the check does anything yet. Check. Checking the checks. Checkity check. Let's keep this bishop pinned. To be annoying. Oh, there's rook f5 here. Maybe he's trying too hard. Oh, hang on. No, there's bishop c5 check. Alright, so king d7 with idea rook f3. Maybe light square play away from the bishop. Light squares, stick on the light squares. I'll try and go for f5. All right, b5 is going to be a pain. Okay, I feel the pressure. Okay, here to stop b5 for a moment. Let's get out of that. Oh, he's getting a pawn here. Oh right, no, that's pretty dangerous. Yeah. Whoa. That's very dangerous. Okay, I'm pretty short on time as well. I don't know if okay. I think this is a bit gloomy all of a sudden. Am I queening? Okay. Okay, it was a good game. Yeah. Okay. That was a good game. Okay. If I play for bishop d3 and queen e2, there's a potential Greek gift here. I haven't got the Greek gift t-shirt on. I think I can play G3. I think, okay, there's a potential Greek gift in the air. No, wait. What am I talking about? There isn't any Greek gift. Yeah, bishop E4 or queen E2 for D5. If C5, D5, there might be a Greek gift with bishop H7. Okay, D5 looks sort of dangerous. There's knight C5. What about knight G5? I lose the rook. Okay, what about rook F1 to try and have the option of castling queenside? I think this looks tasty. The idea of castling queenside. Be careful about D5 here for knight C5. That use of the C5 square. So knight G5 or bishop G5. Bishop G5 castle queenside, I think. Okay, so I'm on the rook here, on the rook. So bishop F4 and castle queenside. It looks like D5 is going to be interesting. I'll try and maintain that bishop. So I'm wondering, would he actually kick that back? It could be left as a sort of thing. Okay, D5 looks like a strategic kind of break, but my king is on the C file. So I don't know if this is all one way here because my king's on the C file. Threatening D takes, maybe. D takes is now potentially on the cards. If ED queen takes D5. Oh, what's this? That's interesting. Okay, queen E7, maybe D6 is interesting there. Queen C7, maybe king B2. There's knight C5. What's the immediate threat on knight C5? I'm not sure. So queen E7, I think D6. Queen C7, I think king B2. Okay, I think D6 here might be better than an angle of these checks. Trying to win a pawn or something. King safety looks a priority right now. If I can actually use the C file, that would be fun. Let's see. I'm looking at A8 as well, just making a note of this, if this rook wasn't, you know. Okay, can I... Oh, I think it's too dangerous to take on B5. Okay, he's got some sort of attack. Knight A2, trying to batten down the hatches. Or king A1, or king A2. Okay, there is some sort of attack. Knight A2. Maybe knight A2. Maybe. I'll give it a shot. So he's trying to open up the lines, understandably. If I just play bishop E3 here for a moment. Or queen E3. I just want to ask that knight a question or two. B takes king A1. Okay, the knight's getting a bit dangerous. There is the idea of knight B3 potentially. It would have to be protected first. So B takes king A1. I'm protecting B3 at the moment. Alright, can I play rook C3 if needed? Or actually, okay. Rook C3, oh, he's threatening mate. Oh, that looks gruesome. Oh, blimey, what have I done there? I have to take out this pawn. I'm going to be going into a discovered check. Oh, this doesn't look fun at all. Okay. It's scary. Scary, scary, scary. I'm threatening queen takes knight. Right, can I move the king somewhere? Evacuate. Okay, so rook f3 for rook c3. Rook f3 looks like a candidate defensive idea. Queen e4, king d1. Or rook d3, queen e2. Maybe knight c3 here is better because it holds the e4 square. If I play knight c3. Okay, there isn't queen d2 just yet. I can probably follow up with rook f3 if needed on rook c8. As long as there's no queen e4, because I thought queen e4 was a pain. Bishop, okay, rook f3 would seem necessary here to hold d3. If I can get in, I don't know, rook d1? If I can get in rook d1 without getting blasted into outspace, rook d1, that there might be the possibility of bishop a2 on knight d4, rook d4. Right, so bishop a2 here. What is he actually threatening now? Okay, knight e4. So I think holding this pin might be handy. If there's no immediate like disaster. Bishop a2. Is bishop e3 actually possible? There's no queen e4. If I play bishop e3. Okay, maybe that was dumb. Bishop d2. Yeah, trying to keep something, forcing to limit the possibilities a tiny bit. King b2. Or rook b1. g4. I'm running out of time, really, and other things. Time I'm running out of. That was the most pleasant experience. Oh, I deserve the bunny ears. Oh, even though I won, I gotta say that wasn't the most. That wasn't the most pleasant defensive experience I've ever had, actually, as far as I recall. On bullet chess, on bullet chess, I say on blitz chess. It wasn't the most pleasant experience, let's say. Okay. Maybe 95 was was better there. I might have to play like this. D takes. I think avoiding the doubled pawns might be something. Let's try and control g4, I think, and maybe knight c3. Although I'm extinguishing my d4 idea here by doing this. Maybe there's f4 on f5. I'm just wondering if this diagonal could be good. Okay, so a3 or d4, maybe d4 here. d4 here looks interesting. Because I'm thinking ed, opens up my bishop again. So it can't all be bad, can it? E takes, queen takes. Okay, so b4 might be possible for c5 here. The knight's holding that pawn. There's no knight takes b4 here. So I'm thinking I'm threatening a strategic kind of threat of c5, trying to contain that bishop, put it back on a square, which, even if it went to b8, that diagonal later doesn't look too dangerous. Oh! Okay. Yeah. Okay. Delayed c5 plan. That's delaying the c5 plan. I could take out this bishop. He has knight d3 to look forward to. But on the other hand, yeah, my c4 is vulnerable after that. I'm wondering it might be better to play bishop a3 here. Yeah, bishop a3, I think it might be better overall. Knight d3, there might still be the potential for other stuff. On taking, I have some sort of c-file potential maybe. Yeah, he put a spanner in the works there. I was looking forward to a c5, but he put a big spanner in the works. Maybe, on the other hand, okay, I don't want to expose my c-pawn. King h2 with the idea of knight e4. Takes. I think something like this, with an idea later of knight takes e4, springs to mind. This looks like a liability in a way, as well as a strength. It could be a liability, rather. On knight e4, bishop e4, bishop f5. Oh, well, there's queen d3. On knight b4, queen h5. If I took and then c5, or not. Okay, queen e2 for a moment. Yeah, it looks as though this is not tempting. Okay. Alright, it could be winning, unfortunately, that pawn eventually. Can I challenge this knight on d3? It's a bit of a horrible knight on d3. And so he's going in with queen f7 soon. What about to just sack the exchange? Just to hold d5. Two birds with one stone. Get rid of a horrible knight, protect d5. Hit f5. Knight g4 threatens. Get out of that. Okay, I'm on that diagonal. Let's protect this. Alright, add support here. Bishop d4 later is something. If I play king f2, bishop d4 I have to look at. Knight h5 I have to look at. What about bishop f3 with the idea of rook g1 if needed? Okay, so maybe even if I got the queens off, it wouldn't be that bad here with g4. It looks as though my pawns are pretty good. I quite like the control of e4 there. g5, bishop g4, bishop e6. As long as there's no bishop d4, I think I've got some compensation here. g5, bishop g4, bishop e6. But something I'm wondering about. Oh, okay, this decentralizes the knight. Okay, there's no. If I ever played that, there's a few issues. Can I do this? There's no knight takes f4. Is that knight takes f4? There might be for bishop d4 check. Okay, that might be very annoying. Okay, can I play something against that? Maybe taking in g6 isn't so silly. Oh, because then there's king f3. g6. Well, I don't know actually. King f3, he's going to take something soon, I expect. What? King f3, knight e4. Right, get out of this kind of alignment. Okay. Light square. I think knight e4 to g5 to e6 is something. Okay. Not knight g5 here, because there's rook g5. Is there like king g4 and knight g5? Oh, okay. I'm losing pawns. Is there knight g5, knight f7? No, not yet. Oh, this diagonal looks interesting as well. For d5, potentially. And rook h7. Right, so d5 and rook h7. If I play rook h7 first, threatening d5, you can't nudge the knight just yet. So I would be threatening d5. I can nudge the knight. That wasn't clever, was it? Can I play this tactic rook h7 takes? There's nothing stopping the pawn queening. So rook c3, knight f7. I'm threatening mate. If rook f7, rook h8 takes, there's nothing stopping the pawn queening, right? Okay, so that tactic might work here. Uh-oh. This didn't work out as I imagined. Uh-oh. You saw that tactic. That's really unfair. I thought that tactic was pretty good to see in the time limit. That's really unfair. I keep losing to this guy. Did he really see that tactic? That was a subtle one, I thought. Okay, yeah. Well played. I'm shocked. I thought I was going to get that tactic. I thought it was a really cute tactic. Let's have a quick look at it. That was very cold-blooded not to take the bishop. So I play this. Rook takes g6. So if he plays this, Oh, there's mate. Oh, he has to address the mate. Of course. All right, well played. Okay. I was thinking rook f7. Sorry, just one thing. What I was thinking was rook f7. I think there was rook h8 check. This is the one I thought was cute. Yeah, that one's okay. Okay. Oh, okay. If I just castle here or something, or a5, just to sort of make it a gambit on for the d4 square. Right, so bishop g4 might be something to try and control d4. It's not that convincing, this gambit. However, maybe I can castle queenside or something. Knight d4. Okay, there's only a little bit of compensation with the pawn here. If there is compensation, I hope there's compensation. So the d4 square, if I can play rook e8, rook e7, double the rooks. Or c5, maybe peg that knight down a bit. Ooh. Bishop d4, maybe queen takes d4. Trying to keep a piece on d4. Okay, for b5 here. b5 plan. Try and get something going here. An active rook or something on the 7th. Actually, okay, there might be bishop b6 to a5. I'll keep the d4 square, I believe, with a piece for a moment. You never know, the bishop might come to d4 via a5. Okay, keep the f6 break, put a break on f6. Can I put the bishop potentially on d4? Okay, so there's also bishop e5 here. I'm hitting the rook. There's bishop e5. Might be better to think about queen h5, h4 here. Is the cruelest, I think, for the pin. h5, queen takes. No, queen takes is okay. Okay. If I just hold on a second. If I just keep the pin though. If I just use. I'm wondering the a file, but do I play takes first or b4 first? If I just keep the a file. Yeah, I think taking sort of undoubles. Okay, now I'll use the a file. Rook a2 or rook a1. Rook a1. Rook a1. All right, so rook a2, double queen g5. It looks as though white might be going passive here. If I play rook a1, then queen g5. In fact, queen e5 looks very strong. It looks as though it looks bishop g2, but get the exchange of queens if I want it. Is there anything stronger than that? Maybe rook e8, so that queen e5 is threatened more subtly without any bishop g2. Okay, there's queen h4 here. There's queen g2. Oh, there isn't queen g2. Queen h4 looks dangerous. Queen f1, queen g3 looks dangerous, but queen h2. I think queen h4 therefore. Bishop g2, rook e to e2 looks dangerous. Queen h4. All right, so doubling the rooks looks good. I can just take that because yeah. All right, thanks. Yeah, I had a bit of compensation, I think, for the pawn. Okay. If I take bishop g7, so d6 seems plausible. h6, king h7 for f5 seems maybe okay if I get that in. King. All right, so okay here. So that's not happening. Can I play this? I'm just thinking f4, knight g4. Also h3. I think there's c5 and bishop h3 for knight f3. So c5 is a bit of a cheapo. I don't know if it's really worth it. So bishop h3, f4. I'm wondering a6 to begin with, because he's blocked in that bishop. That might be an issue. Bishop d3, c4. I think he's blocked in this bishop in panic over bishop takes h3. There's bishop a4, b5 and c4. A thorny moment, indeed. Knight c4 here. I have a good score against this guy, considering his rating. I shouldn't have this score. That's one. That's we have a stylistic clash, probably, in my favour. It can happen sometimes. Okay. Okay, it's pretty standard so far. Botvinnik setup. I've adopted the Botvinnik setup within 8 seconds, so it's a good one for blitz chess. This Botvinnik setup. Set up the Botvinnik. Right. At the moment, b5 is not possible, right? Now I could say, look, if b5 e5, I'm going to say that if b5 e5, okay, let's just check. I don't mean to set traps all the time for opponents. I think, look, it was the thing is, this is the reason I don't feel guilty about f4. It's the sort of move you want to play anyway. I didn't set this trap as really, you know, to b5. I mean, okay, e5, d takes, bishop takes c6. Is there something super cunning that Professor Cunning Fox of Cunningham University has spotted here, which stops e5 being good? e5 looks good. I could play c takes first, but I want to win a piece. Okay. There you go. Okay, so c takes or bishop g5. I want to lose all my pawns. I'm thinking b3 to try and avoid a loss of a number of pawns. It does open up this diagonal, but I might have a breathing space soon on this diagonal, unless there's a queen d4. That's not possible at the moment. So bishop e3, if I get in bishop e3, this could be very good because I'm hitting c5. So bishop e3 coming up. Okay, he wants this action on the diagonal. Okay, I can attack the rook, it seems, and protect my assets over here. I don't know. Bishop f4, I can protect my assets. Knight takes, I don't mind an exchange tax, surely, or d takes. D takes, don't even lose a pawn. Do I? Do I lose a pawn? Don't even lose a pawn. Okay, knight d5 looks like I could do with this exchange sack just for comfort. Okay, if he wants to win the exchange, I got some dark squares to play with. I'll give him that if he wants to win the exchange. That's fine by me. Return some generosity. Knight takes, c takes. Bishop takes, I play queen takes a1. In fact, I'd probably get the exchange back immediately with bishop h6 after anyway. Bishop h6 gets the exchange back immediately. Otherwise it's queen g7 mate. Alright, so yeah, probably I could do with the exchange. E5 is probably okay for e6. Or d6. Maybe d6 is better, because I'm thinking this bishop can use d5. If I play d6, e takes, there's bishop d5 on the way. Juicy. d6, ed, e takes f6 with the juicy bishop d5 on the way. Surely. Okay, let's see. d6, f takes. Do I change my mind because of f takes? It's possible. Maybe e6 is better here. e6 might be better. I get the queens off. Try and use the f7 square. I think this is good. Focusing common square f5. I'll still use the f7 square. So rook b7, there's all sorts. There's d6 hitting the rook. Well, there's rook e7 for knight f5. Okay. There's rook e7 here. And just estimate the pawns, though, for a moment. I don't think they're that dangerous. Or are they? Have I got this wrong? Are these pawns super dangerous? I can protect them indirectly. Check. Oh, there's c4. It sort of blockades. There's knight c6. It's a nice blockade, I think. Oh, there's always c3. What am I doing? I think this might not be the best. He can go for c3 after unpinning. So I probably want to take this guy out to have my h-pawn. Hang on. No, there's no check or anything. Alright, h-pawn, he's in the square, isn't he? h4, king, h5, king e4, h6. He's not in the square. Is he in the square? h4. It's a sanity check. King d3, h5, king e4, h6. King. No, I don't think he's in the square. I don't think he's in the square. Okay, it could be a major embarrassing miscalculation, but isn't this pawn like running faster than the king? Superman, king. Okay. I can give him a hand with knight a5 if that's helped his journey. I don't think it has particularly, because king e6, h7. I don't think it has helped his journey. Okay, they only got 24 seconds, so let's get a move on. Stop messing around. Alright, thanks again, David. Okay. Will I be fried by Friedel today? I just made that up. Am I going to be fried by Friedel? Mystery. The mystery. Will I be fried today? Okay. So king h2 and f4. I know, I'm so original with this plan. You've never seen this plan before. I've never played it before. f4. Okay, so g4. If I play f5 here. Trying to get this d5 square sometimes. Now g takes looks interesting as well though. Maybe more interesting for this g file. I'm wondering if he'll let me play on the g file. Well, there's knight takes b5 here if I want a pawn. I think I do want a pawn. I guess I want to take that. If bishop takes, isn't that bishop takes h6? It would seem undesirable to block one's own bishop. f6, bishop f6, bishop h6. I can threaten f6 with queen f3. If queen f2, if f6, queen takes d4. Queen f2 might be the way to do it. To hold, look at d4. Queen f2. There's bishop e5, I guess. Okay, he's letting me have f6 for some strange reason. Form pawn. He's trying to help me sell my form pawn t-shirts, this guy. Okay, we got the form pawn. Okay. How dangerous is it? E5 for bishop e4. Okay, h4. h4 looks dangerous. h4 looks mega dangerous to me. He's got a battery, but you know I'm protecting h3 at the moment. He's got a battery opportunity. hg. What is d5 about? Tell me. What is d5 about? It looks scary, whatever it is. Is it a mouse slip? Easy. Is it the e file? I want to contain his pieces. I think this guy, I've let him slip through my fingers before, not containing his pieces. Think containment of pieces. Okay, so I don't want this rook coming in somewhere. Okay, e5 here. He's trying to take my form pawn. Queen g4 is possible. Am I worried? hg. Queen g4 takes king g3 after. Okay, I'll let him exchange off the queens if he really wants the queens off. With queen g4, I'll be getting another pawn. Collecting pawns in this game. Queen g4, I take hg, win another pawn. d6 or hg. hg looks very lucrative for g takes. Is d6 even more lucrative? Blimey. King h7, he might have an idea of rook g8. d6 would suppress that rook. Do I need to suppress the rook? Maybe. Bishop takes g5 in this position is crushing as a bishop e4 mating. I think I'm going to go with bishop takes g5. Bang. Bishop takes g5. Is it mating? Maybe it's not. It's winning the rook. Bishop takes d5. Bishop takes h6. Take the rook. If he's not going to allow me bishop e4, I take the rook. Pawn for the win. Pawn for the win. Okay, yeah, I tell you, pawn wins a lot of games. I think it's the it's the secret thing which all the middle game chess books have missed. It's only neural networks which have unearthed it as a concept. The pawn. Okay, so one last game. Thanks. Kangaroo. Will Kangaroo hop over my position, my attack today? That's the mystery. Okay, or not. E5 coming up. I think I need some eye spray. My eyes. What is this with my... Did I do too much on the monitor recently? I'm just wondering. Okay. D6. Can I get away with E5? Can I take that? Can I move that back? I think I want to play bishop E7 and knight F6. I think I like the look of knight G4, but there's bishop G5. So maybe it's not such a big deal. I like the look of C6, maybe. Given my bishop, although it's hemmed in, it is adding support for D6, making this possible. Okay, this gives me a B file to work with. D5 would seem possible because the knight's holding E5. I see. That's a bit naughty, isn't it? His king's over there. Okay, try and build up some pressure somehow. If I double on B2, oh, there is knight takes E4 as well. So I'm playing knight takes E4. Probably just move the knight back. Although knight C5. Okay, no, probably or knight G3. Knight G3 is intriguing. It does mean bishop F5. If bishop D3, E4 is possible. If queen D2, rook A3 is possible for queen B1. So here I think E4. On the other hand, he could just play bishop E2 now that I blocked the bishop. Actually, yeah, maybe just bishop E2. Okay, bishop E2, D5. Let's say knight D4. Isn't there bishop A3? It looks very dangerous, bishop A3 coming up. Or rook takes A3. Okay, maybe I take it slow with bishop D7 here for C5 or not. Let's have a look at this. Bishop takes A3. I think C5. I think there's an idea of taking d4 with the bishop here to hit a2 and the bishop. So let's imagine this scenario of knight e2. Okay, so I played this, and I think I threatened d4, hitting the bishop and hitting a2. Okay, I think d4 is threat. Let's see, is it? Probably. The knight is unprotected on a2. So king b1, rook takes a3 is possible on king b1. Looks under pressure. Okay, I'll go with d4 here. I'll take this guy. I think bishop b3. So bishop b3. Okay, that is a concern. Maybe queen c8. Good response there. Queen c8. I hope that's okay. I didn't anticipate c6. So if I'd taken hits the rook. Okay, can I take on d1? If I put this bishop on f8 for a moment. All right, is there rook b6? Or is c7 getting dangerous? I don't want this to get too dangerous, this position, if I can help it. Okay, I can see that it could be after c7 get a little bit dangerous. Maybe. I got some problems. There to solve. Let's think. Rook b6, c7. Is there rook e6? I think I'll give that a shot. Rook, I'm not losing this rook yet. Okay, rook e6. Okay, let's see. c7, rook e6. Try and get the queens off. I'm wondering if I can do that. There's a chance to take out this pawn. Right, I'll drop back. I think rook d8. I think the check looks okay. And this check looks okay. this one looks okay. All right. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you had me worried there with that. Had me worried with that pawn. There's always a way of losing any position in chess, generally. So don't underestimate anyone from any position, basically. Chess is a super cruel game, as I've noticed. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today. So yeah, 1 fun, 10 boring. If you want to vote. Okay, have a nice rest of the day, and see you next time. Thanks very much.